insane. This damage is insane. That's a level 2, by the way, not even fully buffed. Not even fully buffed, almost 700k. That is insane. Okay, so guys, welcome back to another one. And yeah, you already read the title, you already seen the thumbnail, so let's get straight into it. And guys, you can already see it. Today we are gonna do a showcase, a free-to-play showcase on Sung Jin Woo. So I'm gonna be honest, I'm a bit too late for this because I prioritize He first, but Sung Jin Woo here. And honestly, I think I am the perfect person here to do a free-to-play showcase because I am fully free to play on my global, on my GP. Both accounts are fully free to play. So if we look here, no costumes whatsoever. I do have his Holy Relic though. And yeah, 1 out of 6. So this is as free to play as you can get, especially with my box CC. So yeah, this is the average Grand Cross, I guess. So with that being said, he does do a lot. I will kind of get into it, but the most important thing here is he puts on Bloodlust on the enemies, all stats minus 10%, damage taken plus 15% for the enemies, then Monarch's Domain for the returns, increases human allies' basic stats by 15% and decreases their damage taken by 30%. So that is pretty huge. And every time he attacks, he levels up 3 times and he can be level 130. That is pretty cool. So this is the team that we are gonna rock because I think combined with Sung Jin Woo, Chaos Archer is going to be a really good tank. Then we have Nasians for the heal and cleanse. And then we have Sigurd because Sigurd's passive is pretty huge here. And I think he can be clutch. For each applicable ally participating in the battle, their basic stats increases by 5% and damage dealt by 10%. So he's actually buffing this whole team. So with that being said, of course, guys, if you like this sort of content, of course, consider liking, consider subscribing. It really helps out the channel and it honestly makes my day. And with that being said, enough yapping. Let's just get straight into our first match here. Okay, so for our first match of the day, we are up against a pretty interesting team, but we do outsee team. Okay, I honestly don't know what kind of team this is, but I am kind of afraid of the team. So first of all, I think he is using dodge shoot, so we will be doing an AoE right there. Then I think we go in for the single target attack on Queen Hell actually, and then just let's do an AoE. Okay, so let's see. If I'm correct, he takes a little bit more damage now, and every time we attack with Sung Jin Woo, he gets like 3+ levels. That is damn. That's insane. This damage is insane. That's a level 2, by the way, not even fully buffed. Not even fully buffed, almost 700k. That is insane. Okay, maybe he's a must summon, who knows. But yeah, the domain is pretty interesting because now, yeah, he will be healing. That's totally fine. Because now we take less damage. First of all, our Sung Jin Woo is 15% more basic stats, plus like the 5% from Sigurd, like 20%, something like that. We will be healing next with, of course, Nasin, so don't even be worried about it. It's fine, it's fine. And yeah, like, look at the damage. He isn't doing that much damage. Like, to be fair, if we didn't use Sung Jin Woo, I know for a fact we would have been one-shot. But because we use Sung Jin Woo, we are not, so that is pretty huge. Okay, let's focus her. I know he's debuffed, but we will be doing a single target attack first, heal. And then, should we heal again? I don't know. Let's just do a single target attack, just to be sure. Okay, yeah, that's a lot. He's even debuffed and he's doing that much damage with a level 1. That's insane. We are in Ungeared, by the way. That is insane. Okay, heal everything back up because I really want that ult. Okay, huge. And a single target attack, yeah, on the Queen Hell. They are not gonna die in this turn, but that's fine. We got our ultimate with Sung Jin Woo. It is a 1 out of 6 ult, but honestly, I think that will do. Yeah, man, this is insane. Like, this team actually holds up. This team actually holds up pretty well. Pretty well. Because Nasians heals everything back. And yeah, that is all you need, actually. Like, you have Chaos Archer to taunt. You have Chaos Archer to taunt. You have Nasians to heal. Sung Jin Woo to buff up. Okay, Nasians is gonna go. They're still alive just because of the domain. That is actually insane. They are still alive because of the Sung Jin Woo domain. Damn. And like he increased. Okay, Nasians is gone now. To be fair, that was to be expected. But we do have our ult now. 1 out of 6 ult. Let's see how good that is. And then let's just do double AoEs afterwards. Level 118, by the way. And yeah, almost 1 million damage. 1.1 million. That's crazy. What a level 1 out of 6 though. That is pretty good. Let's do another match here. Let's get on to our second match. Okay, so for our second match now, we are up against a pretty interesting team because this would be a generic fairy team, but he has Baru in it, so that's going to be interesting. Also, if you guys don't know, at the time of this recording, the fairy team is actually the tankiest team in the game. So what we are going to do is just see if he has dodge food first of all. If not, that's totally fine. We'll be going with this. No dodge food whatsoever. Okay, 134k damage. Baru is already gone. 200k damage with a level 1. Then we... Absolute cinema. This is absolute cinema. Look at that. The damage he's dealing is insane. It is actually insane. Okay, Melee Ellie in the back. Okay, Melee Ellie in the back. We are at level 112. The Monarch's domain is still there. The Diane is still debuffed. We got our Chaos stacks with Arthur. And we can still heal with Nasians. Sigurd in the back was the best choice, I think. Yeah, it was. Look at it. He isn't even scratched. Like, okay, to be fair, that is a little bit of a scratch. But Melee Ellie isn't even doing damage to him. Yeah, he just gave up. Honestly, I totally understand. Let's get on to our third match of today. That is insane. That's actually insane. He just gave up. Okay, so for our third match of... Okay, this is gonna be pretty interesting because first of all, he does out-CC us. Second of all, he has a pretty solid team. Okay, so now... if we lose this, that is totally fine. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. If we lose it, it is totally fine because you have to lose once in a while, especially if you're free to play, right? But if we can win against this, that would be huge. I don't think so because look at the damage he's dealing. But yeah, it would be huge. It would be huge. Let's see. He does another AoE with his Sid. If my Nasian survives, we should be honestly, we should be fine. Yeah, if my Nasian survives. I don't think so though. I think he goes for the Nasians. He knows. And honestly, that's pretty good because then you already know like you're up against a really good player, quote unquote really good player, right? Because it is still Grand Cross. It is still a Grand Cross. Let's do this first. Let's do this afterwards. We just go for it, man. We actually have to go for it. Like we don't have any other choice there. Yeah, the damage we are dealing is not that much because he's also having the Monarch's domain up. Yeah, no crits though, no crits. Yeah, if you go first with Sung Jin Woo, you are of course doing a lot better. And man, damn. We are cooked. Yeah, we are cooked. Nasians is gone. This is pretty funny though because it is kind of like an 8, right? 2 domains up. Yeah, it is what it is though. We lost 1. That is totally fine. It is, okay, I will say this, the only thing I don't like about Sung Jin Woo, because I have to be honest with you guys, right? This is, like, this character is a must summon in my opinion, already is. And I've never said this about a collab character that wasn't Milim. Like, Milim was a must summon. But I honestly think, as a free-to-play player myself, that Sung Jin Woo is a must-summon character. Because of all the things he does, first of all, he's the first and only character to go against the level 100 limits. Second of all, like, he does an insane amount of damage. He's level 130 at the end of the battle. And, like, he buffs up your team so much. He's essentially a anniversary character disguised as a collab character, just like Milim. He is Milim. He's on par with Milim. Not, well, maybe also in damage, but also in like what he does in general, right? What he does in general. But with that being said, let's do one more match and that will be it for today, I think. So let's do one more match here. Okay, so for our last match today, we are up against the 7 Deadly Sins team with DK Melee right there. That's pretty interesting. Okay, he does out-CC us. If we lose, we lose. It is what it is. We are totally free to play, so you kind of have to lose sometimes, right? So with that, all of that out of the way, I honestly think Sung Jin Woo is a must-summon character. Reason being, just let me explain. He is literally like Milim. Milim is a DPS focused character, but Sung Jin Woo is literally a human buffer, and he's so insane that I honestly think you guys will regret it if you don't summon on him. Because first of all, he's a limited time character, because I know for a fact a lot of people said back in the day when Milim just arrived, Yeah, don't summon on Milim. I know she's OP at the moment, but she won't be OP after a month or so, and she will be gone. Nobody will remember. Like, literally people said that. Literally people said that, and now they are regretting it. Not even a joke. So please, just summon for Sung Jin-woo. I know the banner next month, I think, is gonna be a anniversary, like half anniversary banner, but still, that half anniversary character, even if you don't get him, they will return. Sung Jin-woo will not return, not in a year. So when you want him again after this collab, you have to hope and beg Netmarble to re-release him in a year's time. So yeah, if you don't have him now, you won't be having him for at least a year. And then you have to beg and hope that they rerun the collab, because sometimes they don't. So you can't be waiting for 2 years for this one character. And I promise you guys, this character will still be meta for like for half a year. Like 6 months in this year, he will still be relevant. I promise you guys that, because he just does so much. He literally does so much. It is insane. And I love it. He is literally the character that brings back humans, and you know how insane that sounds, right? Milim was the character that brought back unknowns. Sung Jin-woo is the character that's literally like, look at this, level 1 400k damage. He's literally the one who will bring back the humans. So yeah, with that being said, of course, guys, if you like this sort of content, consider liking, consider subscribing. I'm fully free to play, like I said, and this is honestly my honest opinion as a free to play player myself. Never spent any money on this game. He is a must summon, and I promise you guys, who will not summon on Sung Jin-woo, you will regret it in the future. But that's not a threat, by the way. That's just how Grand Cross is in general, right? Because he's such a good buffer and such a good DPS character. He's kind of a combination of Milim and kind of like Queen Hell combined. I know he doesn't have the revive mechanic, but he does buff the team. But with that being said, guys, hopefully you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like, smash that. Nah, I'm joking. If you want to, of course, you can do it. But yeah, I will see you guys maybe in a couple of hours or maybe tomorrow. So with that being said, I hope you guys have an awesome rest of the day, and bye-bye.